AskReddit by Practical Farmer 554. What jobs do the smartest people that you know have? Smartest person I know works a 9-5 job for a tech company. He could probably be a C-level exec, but has no ambition to do so. He rather spend time at home with his family, and all the more power to him. Sounds smart enough that in the end money burns and the only true thing we leave behind is our family, who are better off knowing us, whether it's blood or extended family. Cybersecurity, which coincidentally is the same field as the least intelligent people I know. Can confirm, as a cybersecurity techie myself, earning $450k. Super low barrier of entry. Combine this with big tech, and the money being made by absolute morons like me is ridiculous. And like you said, there are some absolute geniuses here as well as the ones who reverse engineer software for a living, practically reading assembly code like it's fucking Shakespeare. Of the smartest people I went to school with, one is currently at a prestigious business school. All the others I have no clue because they all have near zero social media presence. The real IQ move. Delete socials. Doctors. Some medical, some bioinformatics, some mechanical engineering. I, on the other hand, recently apologized to a garbage can after I bumped into it. The garbage can forgives you. Well, I've sat here for 3 minutes, and I have nothing. I don't know any smart people. You know what that means? You are the smart one. Our flight ops team flying the James Webb Space Telescope, on round-the-clock shifts. Shout out to you, Fort. Also one of our scientists who won a Nobel Prize. Edit. Also anyone doing science on JWST and supporting the missions. There are so many talented people involved in making this a reality, and they are all incredible people. Truly the best place I've ever worked. JWST fam. I was part of the team at Goddard that built it. The best part of that whole program is that it took people from all walks of life that were the best. You didn't just have the 5.0 GPA valedictorians building it, you had Eric, the kid in high school who dropped out to work a trade and became a whiz and amp, P and a systems lead on the program. All kinds of top-end talent got to work on that program that wouldn't have a chance to shine anywhere else. Pathologist. They are called the doctor's doctor because of their vast knowledge of the human body and the number of diseases they have to recognize and identify via colored cells on a slide. They are some of the most intelligent people I have ever met. And smart enough to keep away from the customer, patient. Engineer for large aerospace defense company. Legit one of the smarter people I know. Still fun AF to play video games with too. As a project manager for a mid-sized aerospace defense company, I live with my less than stellar total comp because I get to work with some of the smartest people I've ever known. There are a lot of really gifted people working in that industry, notwithstanding the reputation. I think it's because you get large budgets to work on hard and interesting problems. My dad's a surgeon, and one of the smartest men I've ever met. He's also a former Peace Corps ambassador, and plays the guitar on the side. Brilliant guy with a big heart. He should get that checked. Enlarged heart is no joke. The smartest person I know can't tell me about his job, because I don't have clearance. UFO reverse engineer? Farmer. Rancher, really I guess. He realized that even after becoming a doctor, and working enough to pay off those debts and then some, that he'd really only be happy with his hands in the dirt and tending to his cows. Not just smart, but wise. I admire him greatly. PhD in abnormal psychology focusing on sexual predators. Principal of an elementary school. Edit. These are two different people. If it were a Catholic elementary school, that might track. Physics professor. Industrial designer. Architect. Artist. Some people got it all. The smartest person I know is a professor of intellectual history. Isn't that just a philosopher? I'm a software engineer and I work with a guy that is a next level genius. He's a 10x coder. He always knows the answer. I can be stuck on something for days and he'll have it solved for me within 20 minutes. I'm flattered that sometimes he asks me questions, but he always ends up answering them himself. I can't describe it. We'll be in a meeting, and he'll be talking. And then he will be like I've got it and goes on to explain his super complex in-depth answer that he thought of while he was having a conversation. The guy is unreal. I work with a lot of smart people leagues smarter than me. This guy is leagues above them. I just can't emphasize how non-human this man is. The answer is simple. Everyone else is a rubber duck to him. My nephew has his PhD in neuroscience. My dad has passed but was lead designer engineer for the F-15 fighter jet and the Boeing 747, also consulted on the Apollo 12. Holy shit. F-15 was way ahead of its time. My vote goes to this guy's dad. You guys know people? Fucking solid. I vote this guy. I worked at Kennedy Space Center so I knew actual rocket scientists. I had a science teacher when I was a kid who had worked at JPL. We got so far in my 4th grade class that I didn't see anything new in a science class until my junior year of high school. Research scientists in STEM. Super bright and only the most successful people in business I know work that hard. Yet their compensation is only okay. If they went into business tech they'd earn absurdly more. I do R&D in telco. I'm currently the dumbest person in the team lol. I'm 65. Other than a couple of guys my team is under 35. It's amazing how fast technology moves. And these kids can keep up with it at lightning speed. My job is to remove obstacles at this point. Throw resources at them and move upper management out of their way. Brilliant kids. The smartest guy I know designed very high-speed microchips until he retired. He must have retired before he was 50. He designed a high-speed retirement as well then. My stepdad has a fierce intellect. He's a retired cardiologist. I've always thought fierce intellect was an odd turn of phrase. Like they are able to solve math problems by growling at them. Senior software developer team lead for Google. Guy can do anything from serious home renovation to in-depth motorcycle repair and run a pig farm. Seriously. I used to work and drink with a young guy who was doing uni or something, pulled the engine out of his Nissan Silvia and rebuilt it, taught himself guitar, just did anything he wanted. Grabbed my $20 RC car over beers, dropped and stiffened the suspension, changed the gear ratio and strapped and wired a drill battery to it and started doing smoking burnouts. One's systems analysis and the other is a house husband. So what does the house husband's partner do? Depressingly, they are all attorneys and they make fat paychecks defending big companies from people who were injured by their products. Allegedly injured, as they might say. The smartest guy I know was a mechanic. Same here.